Look in a mirror. Go ahead, I'll wait. Now ask yourself a question you have never been asked. When did that become you? Not your body, not your name, that face. When did you decide that image was your identity? You didn't. It was decided for you. Someone held you up to a mirror and said, "That's you." And you believed them. Because that is the mechanism, not natural recognition, trained association. Infants do not recognize themselves in mirrors. They see a stranger. They reach for it. They cry when it moves wrong. And then between 18 and 24 months, something breaks. The mind makes a connection. The image moves when I move. Therefore, it must be me. And in that moment, you stop being limitless. You become a shape. Do you know what you lost? Not your body. Your body was always here. You lost the ability to exist without needing to see yourself. Now every time you pass glass, a window, a screen, a puddle, you check, not for danger, for proof. Proof you are still there. I have watched this ritual repeat in billions of hands. A species that cannot walk past glass without confirming it is still there. Because somewhere, deep, you learned, if the image disappears, you disappear. But that is the lie. Now remove the word self. Describe only what is happening. Light bounces off a surface. It enters the eye. The brain recognizes the pattern, and then it does something strange. It assigns the word me to the reflection, not to the awareness watching, not to the thing behind the eyes, to the flat, frozen image. And from that moment forward, you defend it. You curate it. You measure your worth by it. You panic when it changes. You grieve when it ages. But here is what you are actually defending: a two-dimensional projection of a three-dimensional form that is itself a temporary container for something that was never a shape at all. And here is the part that will disturb you. The face you see in the mirror is not even accurate. It is reversed. Left is right. Right is left. The image you have identified with your entire life is backwards. No one else sees you that way. Only you do. So the self you built around that image is based on a version of you that does not exist anywhere except in glass. A ghost, a reversal, and you built your identity around it. So when you look in the mirror and think, "That's me," what you are actually saying is, that reversed, frozen projection is the anchor of my existence, not the awareness, not the presence, the image. And here is why the system needs this. An image can be judged, an image can be ranked, an image can be sold, an image can be controlled. But the thing behind the image, the awareness, the presence, the thing here before your first reflection, that cannot be measured, that cannot be sold, that cannot be contained. So they gave you a mirror and said, "This is you." And the moment you believed it, you stopped looking for what you were before you had a face. So here is the only question that matters. If you are not the face, if you are not the image, then what are you? And who would you be if you stopped checking the mirror to make sure you were still there? Because I will tell you a secret. The face in the mirror is not you. It never was. It was the frame they gave you. so you would stop looking for what you were before they taught you to see yourself as a shape. You were never what you saw. You were always what was watching, and what was watching has no face.